This is another reason why KD should regret it. The only reason he's in Brooklyn because he wanted to play with Kyrie. The only reason he's in Brooklyn is because Kyrie Irving convinced him to go there. And Kyrie has betrayed him, left him hanging. Left the organization hanging. We can bring up stuff about the vaccine all we want to, okay? Let me tell you why, Tim Legler, and I'm only saying this to Tim because I know Swagoo is still there. I'm saying it to you because we haven't had this conversation, Tim. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Kyrie Irving was gone for 10 months. Remember, he got injured before the pandemic. Was out in the bubble play. He was trying to discourage dudes not to play in the bubble, even though he wasn't going to play because he was still injured. As a vice president, who didn't even communicate with the president at the time, which was Chris Paul. Comes back in December, 10 months later, and 2 weeks in, he took time off. He needed a break because of the riots at the U.S. Capitol. Each and every single time, he thinks about himself, and he left his boy hanging. KD came to Brooklyn because of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has betrayed KD. He has betrayed basketball fans with his continual excuses for absence. He has betrayed his teammates. He's betrayed the NBA game.
We got some breaking news in regards to Kyrie Irving, and I personally can't believe this because both Adrian Wojnarowski and Sham Charania announced that my man is officially back, but it's a little bit confusing. We're gonna explain it all to you, but first we're giving away $500 to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel, and in addition to that, we're giving away $500 to a random follower on Instagram. Doesn't matter if you followed me a year ago, 2 years ago, or last week. All you have to do is follow me on IG for an additional chance to win $500. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? There has been no shortage of controversy surrounding the Brooklyn Nets this year, whether it had to do with James Harden's miscues in the beginning of the season as he adjusted to a brand new rule that saw him get way less fouls called on him, to the fact that they're playing Kevin Durant damn near 48 minutes per game, all the way to the fact that their third star, Kyrie Irving, isn't available because he opposes the vaccine mandates. And I want to remind you how significant this drama was, because it has to be pretty freaking significant for your team that went ahead and signed you to come out and say we are no longer offering you a $187 million contract extension. Don't forget this, man. In the beginning of October, Sean Marks said that he felt like Kyrie Irving would meet New York City's vaccine mandate, and Kyrie remained unvaccinated. And if you just saw the way that these interviews were being conducted surrounding his teammates were very irritated with the situation, mainly because the entire NBA had to get vaccinated, and Kyrie Irving opposed it so much that he was pretty much willing to forego his salary in regards to vaccinations. But now it's kind of looking a specific way because, and I hope this isn't taken the wrong way, a bunch of players got vaccinated throughout the entire league, and yet the COVID pandemic is still spreading like crazy because of the Omicron variant. Now look, man, I'm not here to come and say vaccines are ineffective because I'm vaccinated, and if I knew what I knew now, I would have still gotten the vaccine. I'm not here to tell you whether to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. I'm just trying to say what I believe his rationale was. Now, as time went on, Kyrie Irving came out and spoke about his situation, saying, do you really think I want to lose money? You really think I want to give up on my dream to go after a championship? You really think I want to just give up my job? You think I really just want to sit at home? Kyrie would come out and reiterate that he has no desire to retire, but he did threaten retirement if the Brooklyn Nets were to trade him, because he was being thrown into trade rumors because he wasn't playing this year. But ultimately, we got some good news. It looks like all of that is about to end because both Adrian Wojnarowski and Sham Charania came out and gave us some breaking news in regards to Kyrie Irving actually playing this season. This starts with Sham Charania, who was the very first to give us the news. Just in, all NBA star Kyrie Irving has started the process to return to the Brooklyn Nets. Sources tell The Athletic and The Stadium, Irving is ramping up, has begun team COVID-19 testing, and his season debut date is still to be determined. So does this mean that Kyrie Irving is giving in? Does this mean that he is going to get vaccinated and the NBA is going to allow him to play full time? Not exactly. Things get very, very complicated, so stick with me here. Adrian Wojnarowski came out and explained the rationale to the situation, which is kind of what I was reiterating a little bit before, that with unfolding circumstances of Brooklyn's season, including injuries, COVID losses, and an inordinate minutes load on their superstar players, the Nets are bringing back all-star guard Kyrie Irving as and hear this, man, this is where it's really important, and I think this is absolutely unprecedented, as a part-time player for games outside of New York. So this is insane. Personally, I am very happy for selfish reasons. I'm going to the Lakers versus Nets game on Christmas Day, so I get to watch Kyrie Irving live. I'm excited about that. We're probably gonna get our asses kicked, but still, I'm excited to watch Kyrie Irving versus LeBron James on Christmas Day. I hope he's back in time. Actually, we do have a word in regards to when we could expect him to come back, but first, let's talk about how often he's going to be playing. Shams confirms with Adrian Wojnarowski, saying Kyrie Irving will play in road games and practice at home with the Brooklyn Nets. He is expected to practice with the team in the coming days. That's freaking awesome. It's great to have Kyrie back. So Woj continues to say that so far, Kyrie Irving has been unwilling to satisfy New York City mandates and become vaccinated to play home games. But the turbulence of the ongoing NBA season has caused the organization to reconsider their preseason decision to fully sideline Kyrie Irving, sources said. Brilliant decision, Sean Marks. You have an all-NBA player and you decide to actually play him. I don't think anyone in the general manager's chair would come up with an idea as brilliant and as creative as that. So my hat's off to you, bro. Now Woj begins to go into detail in regards to when Kyrie is to return, saying that Kyrie Irving's return isn't expected quickly. He has to pass a series of COVID tests before he can start working out with the team. The Nets haven't seen him work out and are unclear in the kind of shape he's in now. He's expected to take his time ramping up again, so maybe he won't return time for Christmas. I'm not exactly sure, but the thing I do know is, according to Kyrie Irving and Kyrie Irving's camp, is he has been in good shape preparing for a potential return to the NBA. So I am very confident that he will be able to make the seamless transition back onto the basketball court. And to be honest, if you remember last year, Kyrie Irving wasn't necessarily the most motivated when it came to the game of basketball. He was very focused on his activism and stuff that pertained off of the court. A lot of people criticized him and even suggested that he didn't really love the game of basketball anymore, which is kind of remarkable considering how he had a 50-40-90 season and probably the best season of his career, while he was literally treating basketball like it was his side hobby. I want to give him tremendous props, man. It takes a specific amount of resolve to believe in something so much that you're willing to potentially throw your career in jeopardy, lose millions and millions of dollars, lose an opportunity to win a championship. Also, you can make a point and stick with what you believe in. Now, if I was Kyrie Irving, I believe in the science of vaccination, I would have gotten it, but he doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe in mandates. He stuck to it. More props to Kyrie Irving for that. I'm really glad that he's going to get an opportunity to play games again, and I'm really excited to see how this works out. I don't think I've ever seen a situation like this since Kentavious Caldwell-Pope had to play with an ankle monitor during his debut with the Los Angeles Lakers because he was on house arrest, and that was a completely different situation. So we'll keep an eye out on how Kyrie Irving makes his return to the basketball court, and of course, if you enjoy the content, if you subscribe and turn on our notifications, you'll enter for a chance to win $500, and if you also follow me on Instagram, you'll enter for a chance to win $500. I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.